Hello, this is Gary again, and I'm going to go into my next segment about the Church of Scientology. Um, I'm going to discuss the myths and lies and truths about the Church of Scientology, how they managed to expand their parishioner basis, um, and get you to pay all of your money so that you will seek their services. Um, let's start on the expansion techniques. How do they get their clientele? How do they get their people? A lot of it is what they call bait and switch. For example, on Christmas they have a service called Christmas service. And everyone is welcome to come in to Christmas service. And that is the bite. Okay, so once they get you into Christmas service, then they might be able to sell you a course, one of their basic courses. So they offer you a personality test. They do a personality test on you. They tell you these are your weak spots and this is how we can fix it. And this is the course you'll need to take in order to improve yourself in this area. So they have you take the course, and after the course, then what they call you, you see what they call the registrar. Now, in Scientology terms, registrar just means they're going to sign you up and take your money, right? Just like a regular registrar. But it actually has a hidden connotation in that. They are not just going to sign you up, they're going to pitch you a sales. They're going to sell you another course, or they're going to sell auditing to you, and they're not going to stop until they do, until they have signed you up, because that is their job. And they get a commission off of this, too, on top of that. So the registrar signs you up, you're forced into a room where they just um, verbally gang up on you and engage you and make you sign up for this course. And they will find any way or any excuse for you to get the money. Do you have credit cards? How's your credit? Can you get a loan? Do you have a business? Can you take a loan out on your business that you have? Do you have a retirement account? They have all the ins and outs on how to sign you up for their services. And once they have you on that, once they get you into an auditing session or even a course, okay, that's the hook. They've got you the hook, and they take you right in. Pretty soon you're walking around with a smile on your face, like everyone else, looking at each other, thinking, "I'm gonna be clear," you know, and that is, you know, and that's how they get you in. So they do this, as I've said, either through the Christmas season, or they will choose another event to manipulate you. It's the general population. We're considered worthy-oriented gentlemen, wogs. So, to a Scientologist, we are the totem pole of humankind. The wog is at the bottom. The Scientologist is above. You see, so we're already looked down upon because we're not in Scientology. So their mindset is they're going to improve you. They're going to clear the planet, meaning all human beings on the earth. And this is their basic premise. Um, there's just a lot of deceptive practices that Scientologists engage in, and that's just one of them. Now, I'm going to go into a little bit more about the Sea Org. I was in the Sea Org. I joined. And at the time I joined, I was still in high school. And I was 6 months from graduation. And I had a scholarship. I was going to get paid to go to school. But thanks to Scientology and the Sea Org, I dropped out of high school in order to join the Sea Org and save the planet. So I basically volunteered to be a slave for the Church of Scientology, because that's pretty much what I was. I worked, 18 hours a day with maybe half an hour meal breaks, and sleep for 8 hours and wake up and go back to work. And it could have been, my job could have been any task. It could have been writing letters to other Scientologists who had left the church and been, had been away from them for a time period. So our job was to try to contact them and get them back into the church. They have a central file where they keep all the addresses and all the correspondence of former church members they write to. By the way, the people that write the letters to the former Church of Scientology members are called registrars as well. So they have a whole system like that. They hook you in. You'll do other things. You'll do other menial tasks. Now, if you get into trouble, then you might be stuck scrubbing the toilet and running 10 miles. Or the other option, of course, is that you are cited in a court of ethics and you get placed into a lower ethical condition. Now, the ethics I haven't explained yet, but I'm going to go into that. So they give you a court of ethics. They put you into, I can't even remember some of the states. It's been 30 years. Confusion. So you're put into this state of confusion, and you have to work your way back up through the ethic conditions in order to get yourself back to where you were. And that always leads to capitulating to the group, which is what they're saying. So ethics are what the group enforces on the one person. So if you get into a court of ethics, you're going to be apologizing to all the people in your office about why you failed and how you got into this condition and what you can do to make it up. This is called ethics in Scientology. You go through stages. You have to go through step by step out of the book, and you follow the steps to bring yourself out of each condition. Everything is designed specifically by L. Ron Hubbard in order to keep you engaged as a Scientologist to keep you winning. Because the moment things stop, the moment that Scientology isn't effective, is a dangerous point for that person. And they'll, the likelihood of them wanting to leave becomes greater. And they don't want you to leave. They do not want you to leave. When I left, I had to leave at 3 o'clock in the morning under the guise of the security officer on the base, who instructed me not to tell anyone that I was leaving and to meet him outside of my domicile, my apartment. And they picked me up and dropped me off at a bus station. I got on the bus and went home. Now, at that time, there was one person that I don't know how. I guess I woke him up, but he tried to stop me. He would not let me leave. He tried to physically stop me from leaving the church. I got out anyways. Lord knows, I don't know how. Maybe my temper, I don't know, but I got out. And um, and then what they like to do is write a knowledge report. Let me explain what a knowledge report is. A knowledge report is about someone that writes up a report about your unethical activities against the Church of Scientology or other church members. Okay, and this is big in the church. The church wants you to report all activity, to open your mouth. They don't want you to keep anything secret at all. Okay? If you went out and fucked a dog when you were 15, they're going to find out. They want to know this dirt. They want to know that you fucked a dog or that you said something against L. Ron Hubbard or that you're a reporter or something. They are constantly on the lookout for these kind of people. And so, in the way that one of the ways that they communicate is through a knowledge report. So they wrote a knowledge report up on me. Big deal, like I give a shit. And then they stick a freeloader bill on you. Now, a freeloader bill, they didn't explain it too well in uh, Scientology Going Clear, but I'm going to a little bit more in depth. A freeloader bill is the bill that you accrue from your auditing sessions and courses. They keep track, they have a record of your services, and then after so many years of service in the Sea Org, that period of time, up to 5 years, will get erased and you will be forgiven. You won't have to pay back all of it based on your amount of service that you have given into the Sea Org. But you will have to pay something back, and that's what they call a freeloader bill. So that's when they pull your file from Central Files and the registrar starts to writing. And they will write you something really simple, like, hi, how are you? How is the weather? So to get you to talk, to write back. I am fine, I miss Scientology, da 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 da. And then they got you hooked, you see. So it's all about getting you hooked. It's all about that hook. Okay? And they get you a hook when you leave by sticking you with a bill. If you want to come back, you need to get past this bill. This is how we know you want to come back. So, I've discussed quite a bit already about the church and their deceptive practices, and I will continue to do so um, at my leisure. Um, I do want to talk about fear of retribution from the church real quick and what that means. If you have nothing to hide, if you are open and honest, um, then your fear of retribution is very small. They can make stuff up about you if they wanted, just to try to get you to shut up. They can show up at your door with cameras to try to get you to show up, and they have done this to other Scientologists. They have not done that to me yet, but that doesn't mean that they won't, because they'll do whatever they have to protect their tech, their L. Ron Hubbard's writings and training. Um, Fortunately for them, I am like evil. I've taken on the guise of Darth Vader to them, um, because I represent everything that goes against Scientology. Um, I'm becoming a marriage and family therapist in psychology by studying psychological methods and processes, um, and all the other things that I have done uh, make me less attractive to the church and more dangerous to them than ever, um, especially with my inside knowledge. So I hope this helps. I hope you enjoy this video. Um, I know I'm enjoying making them because my aim is to shut down the church, and I will do whatever it takes to shut them down or to reform them if I have to, whatever it takes. Again, my name is Gary Smith, and I'm signing out. Thanks a lot. Have a great day.